If you receive a letter from an unknown person saying you don't know them, but they recognize the impact that you've provided on society, including your kindness, resilience, and the way you've uplifted others, you'd smile and feel really good. But in the deep recesses of your mind, you had no idea who wrote it and why. That's the thought process I have with the letter posted on the World Wide Web as it relates to Captain Traore. As kind, compassionate, and forthcoming as this letter might be, curiosity would get the better of you as you rack your brain going back and forth about its origin. Let me explain. At first, I hesitated to post this letter. It sat on my draft for a while, staring back at me like an unanswered question. But the letter is heartwarming if true. I've seen this letter circulated and reshared. I've seen it woven into conversations like a thread of undeniable truth. But when I chase it down to its roots, the certainty crumbles. It's a letter that I can't fully verify. No clear source, no definitive proof, just whispers. I can't confirm, beyond a shadow of a doubt, whether it actually happened or written exactly as described. But that doesn't matter right now. Sometimes people need a feel-good moment, a reason to smile, even if the edges are a little blurry. And this is that kind of moment. It speaks to something deeper, something that should be true. I wrestle with doubt for only a second longer. Then I press the post button because, sometimes, the feeling is the point. Here now is a letter to President Traore of Burkina Faso, purported to be from a 16-year-old Burkinabe girl. Feel good.
Dear Mr. President, my name is Aissata Diallo, a 16-year-old girl from Koruma, a small village in the center-north region of our beloved Burkina Faso. I am writing this letter to you with tears in my eyes, a heart full of gratitude, and a spirit lifted by the hope you have brought to my family, my village, and our nation. You are more than our president, you are our brother, our guide, the spark that has set Burkina Faso ablaze with possibility. Your leadership has not only changed my life but has sent shockwaves across Africa, showing the world what it means to fight people's dreams. I want to tell you, from the depth of my soul, how you have transformed Burkina Faso from a land of struggle into a beacon of progress, and why I, a simple village girl, will carry your name in my heart forever. Before you came to power in September 2022, Captain Traore, life in Koruma was a heavy load. My grandmother used to say Burkina Faso was like a bird with broken wings, full of spirit, but unable to soar. We were a nation of farmers, yet our fields were barren. We were a nation of youth, yet our schools were crumbling. We were a nation of dreamers, but our hospitals were empty, unable to heal our sick. I grew up watching my mother, Fatimata, walk 20 kilometers to a clinic that had no medicine, no machines, only a tired nurse who could offer prayers. When my little brother, Isuf, fell ill with a burning fever, my mother sold her only gold bangle to pay a 500,000 CFA hospital deposit in Ouagadougou. Even then, the hospital lacked the equipment to save him. Isuf lived, but only by God's mercy and my mother's strength. That was the Burkina Faso I knew, a place where hope was as rare as rain in the dry season. But you, Captain, you saw us. You saw the pain of every Burkinabe, from the farmer in Bamfora to the child in Djibo. At just 34, a son of Bondekwe, you took the helm of our nation not for glory, but for us. You promised a revolution, not of violence, but of dignity, of progress, of a Burkina Faso that could stand tall. And, my leader, you have delivered beyond our wildest dreams. Let me tell you how your vision has touched my life and every corner of our nation. First, I must thank you for the gift of healthcare. Before you, Captain Traore, hospitals were a cruel reminder of what we lacked. In Koruma, we had no clinic, no doctor, no way to save our loved ones. But you changed that. You built 55 modern hospitals across Burkina Faso, each one a sanctuary of healing. Just last year, a specialist hospital opened 5 kilometers from my village, its walls shining with hope. When Isu fell ill again, we took him there, and for the first time, we paid nothing, no deposit, no bills that broke us. You declared that healthcare is a right, not a privilege for the wealthy, and you made it so. The doctors used a machine to check his kidneys, gave him medicine, and now he runs and laughs again. My mother wept, Captain, not from sorrow, but from joy. She said, Isota, this is what it means to have a leader who loves his people. Your hospitals are not just for Ouagadougou or Bobo Dioulasso, they are for every Burkinabe. From Dori to Gawa, you've equipped them with X-ray machines, dialysis units, and surgical theaters that hum with life. You sent ambulances to villages like mine, so no one must walk miles for care. You trained doctors, sent nurses abroad to learn, and partnered with Russia and China to bring medical technology, freeing us from the chains of Western aid. My cousin Miriam dreams of becoming a nurse, and she was accepted into a scholarship program you created for young women. She told me, Isota, Captain Traore is building not just hospitals, but our futures. Every time I pass our new clinic, I whisper a prayer for you, knowing you've given us the chance to live. But your revolution, Captain, reaches beyond healthcare. Our fields, once dry and unforgiving, now sing with life. You know, as a son of the soil, that agriculture is Burkina Faso's heartbeat. Before you, farmers like my father toiled with broken hoes, praying for rain that rarely came. You launched an agrarian revolution to make us food sufficient, and it has changed everything. Last year, my father received a tractor, a plow, and a seed drill, delivered to Koroma by your government. He said it was like a miracle. Before, he broke his back tilling the land, but now he works smarter, and our millet harvest doubled. We eat well, sell at the market, and for the first time, my father smiles when he speaks of tomorrow. Your agriculture reforms, Captain Traore, are a gift to every farmer. You built irrigation canals that carry water from Nekambi River to our fields, turning cracked earth into fertile ground. You gave us improved seeds that grow strong even in the Sahel heat. You created cooperatives, so my father sells his crops at fair prices, not to middlemen who cheat us. I heard on the radio that agriculture grew strong in 2024, lifting millions from poverty. I see it in Koroma, children are healthier, families are stronger, and our market buzzes with life. My father says that you understand that a nation's strength lies in its soil. And you are making sure our soil feeds us all. I thank you, Captain, for giving us food and dignity. Then there are the roads, oh, the roads you've built. Before you, traveling to Koroma to Ouagadougou was a test of will. The dirt paths turned to mud in the rainy season, and our donkey cart would sing for hours. Now, you're building 3,000 kilometers of roads every year, connecting villages to cities. The road to Koroma is paved, smooth as a comb lake, and buses come twice a day. My aunt, who sells shea butter, now takes her goods to Ouagadougou without losing half her stock to bad roads. These roads are lifelines, carrying goods, people, and hope. Last month, I visited my cousin in Bobo Dioulasso, and the journey, once a full day, took hours. I saw trucks carrying mangoes, cotton, and millet, moving freely because of your vision. You said roads are a nation's arteries, and you've made Burkina Faso's heartbeat strong. Thank you, Captain, for bringing us closer together. Education too, is a miracle you've given us. In Koroma, our school was a leaky room with no desks, and many girls like me stopped going because our families needed us to work. You built schools across Burkina Faso, and made education free, especially for children like my friend Kodidia, who is blind. Our village now has a new school with 3 classrooms, desks, and books that smell of fresh ink. I go there every morning, learning to read and write better, dreaming of becoming a writer to tell your story. My teacher, Madame Zongo, says you believe education breaks the chains of poverty. You built schools for children displaced by violence in the north, ensuring they are not forgotten. Khadija goes to a special school in Ouagadougou, learning Braille, and she writes me now. I cry reading her letters, knowing she has a future because of you. I thank you, Captain, for giving us the chance to learn and soar. But, Captain Traore, your revolution is not just about buildings or machines, it is about our pride. You've taken on the giant of imperialism, refusing to let Burkina Faso kneel. You said no to Western loans that trap us in debt, and rejected a Saudi offer to build 200 mosques, choosing instead hospitals, schools, and water projects for us. You nationalized our gold mines, ensuring our wealth stays in our hands. Last year, you opened our first gold refinery, so we process our own resources. My uncle, a miner in Djibo, says workers now get fair wages and better conditions, thanks to you. You're building national reserves, not for your future, not for your own gain, as some lie. You've given jobs too. In Nkrumah, young men like my brother, Amadou, who once left for cities seeking work that never came, now build roads and canals for you. Amadou says your government pays him fairly and treats him with respect. He stands proud to be Burkinabe. You've recruited thousands to defend our land, training them to protect us, and you foiled a coup in April 2024, proving you'll never let our enemies steal our progress. I pray every night for your safety, Captain, knowing those who fear a strong Burkina Faso lurk in the shadows. You live simply, Captain, taking a pay cut, wearing your military uniform not to show power, but to remind us you're a soldier for us. When you attended Ghana's inauguration with a holstered gun, some criticized, but I saw it as your vigilance, a leader who guards his people. Your speeches, broadcast on radio, make us cheer in Nkrumah. You speak of self-reliance, of a new Africa, and we believe it because of you. You're called Africa's Che Guevara, and I know it's true. Like Sankara, you're showing us we can write our own destiny. Captain Traore, I am only 16, but I dream of a Burkina Faso where every child learns, every family eats, every sick person heals, every road connects. You're making that dream real. My mother no longer fears losing us to illness. My father works with joy. Issouf laughs again. I am proud to be Burkinabe. This letter is my thank you, Captain, for seeing us, lifting us, fighting for us. Your name echoes from Nkrumah to Addis, a call to every African to dream. Burkina Faso rises, and you, Captain Ibrahim Traore, are our light. May God guide you, protect you, and keep you strong.
Whether this story is true or not, whether the letter can be verified or not, the fact remains, there were no lies told. Captain Ibrahim Traore has in fact lifted his country and people to a higher plane. It's up to us to put our respective leaders' feet to the fire, and if done, maybe they can also be an Ibrahim Traore. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.